Okay, guys, so I'm back. So yes, this past Sunday, a really cool thing happened. Um, a couple weeks ago, got an email from Indigo Bookstore, um, saying that at one of the Indigo locations, the one at Bay and Bloor in downtown Toronto, um, they were going to have Sharon and Bram from Sharon and Bram come to the store to do a small little concert for free, followed by a book signing because they released excuse me, a children's book of their song Skinamarink, but they had written extended lyrics for it, and or I think actually it was Sharon's daughter that wrote the extra lyrics, and so they were going to be signing that book. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go to this because I've been listening to Sharon and Bram since I was about 3 years old, I think. Maybe around 3 or 4 is when I started listening to them. And all throughout elementary school, I would say up until about grade 5 or so, every day I would come home from school and I would watch The Elephant Show with either my mom or my grandma, whoever was home at the time. And I absolutely loved The Elephant Show. Their music is so uplifting and catchy and fun. And I love the folk feel to a lot of their music. I love that. And so even now, I still listen to their music at my job. So I have quite a few of their CDs. I don't think I have all of them because I learned after this that they have a lot more albums than I realized. So I got to get some of those. But I have quite a few of their CDs, and I have taken them to, when I worked in daycare, I would take them to the daycare and play them for the kids. And all of my nanny jobs, I have taken them to and played them for the kids, and they love it. And it's so great to share that music with them. And I've always wanted to meet them. Unfortunately, Lois passed away from cancer in 2015. So unfortunately, I never got a chance to meet her. And it's a bummer because I think it was grade 9 or 10 that the music theater program I was in, we were on the Sick Kids Telethon. And that year, the Sick Kids Telethon had Sharon and Bram performing. And they just so happened to be performing around the same time that we were. And apparently our teacher took a few students to go and meet Sharon and Bram. But for whatever reason, because it was a large group of us. I mean, there was like over 100 students in the music theater program. So we were all kind of like dispersed backstage. And so I did not find out that our teacher was taking students to meet them until after the fact, when they came back and they were like, oh, we just met Sharon and Bram. And I was like, I wanted to meet them. So I was really bummed about that, but I was like, I have to go to this. So the concert was to start at 11 a.m. I got there at 9 a.m., right when the store opened, and they were just starting to set up. But I was literally the first one there. So I just kind of took my time looking around the store, took a washroom break before, and then slowly people started to trickle in like around 10, like 9:30, 10. So then I bought the book, and then I bought 2 books because one is going to be a baby shower gift for someone, and I wanted to get them like a signed copy as well. So bought the 2 books and got my group number, and I was in group 1, which was awesome. And so then I think it was around 9:30 that Bram showed up to, start helping to set up things and doing like mic checks and stuff. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, like there's Bram. And, like he's definitely a lot older. He's 78 years old now. But I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. And then Sharon arrived around 10. And I was like, again, like starstruck. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So they did like a little sound check and everything. And so the show started at 11. They sang a lot of their classics, a lot of favorites of mine, like She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain. They sang One Elephant Went Out to Play. Oh gosh, Peanut Butter and Jelly, which is like my favorite. I love that one so much. I sing that with the kids all the time at work. I can't remember all of them, but I did take video clips of almost every song they did. I think I missed like maybe 2 or 3 of them because I just wanted to like watch and, So I will insert those clips here to show you guys.
Oh, love it. Is no easy feat, and that's why I'm here today, is to present a certification called Road Gold, and it's for artists and companies and team members who support artists to tour across Canada, who surpass 25,000 ticket sales a year. And I had a speech.
I wrecked it, I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're killing it. Anyways,
less is always more with our audiences.
Yeah. So I'd like to present the Road Gold certification to Sharon and Bram.
That's great. Thank you so much. We'll share this until we get the other one.
What other one?
This one's for Randy.
We wouldn't have done any of those shows had it not been for Randy, who traveled every step with us and made life easier. And there's one also for Jennifer Mitchell from Casablanca Music. Jennifer has been on our team for years and years. I love that relationship, and she means the world to us, and she is part of why we are getting this award.
Thanks, Jennifer.
And that's Emily, her lovely daughter.
The last one is for Grant Slater, who has been touring with Sharon and Bram for more than 30 years and has played
Hands like this. She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes. Whoa, back. She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes. Whoa, back. She'll be driving 6 white horses. Driving 6 white horses. She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes. Whoa, back. Toot, toot. Get ready to wave, everyone. And we'll all go out to meet her when she grown-ups too. We'll all go out to meet her. 2 hands. We'll all go out to meet her. All go out to meet her. Yes, we'll all go out to meet her when she comes.
Hi, babe. Whoa, back. Toot, toot.
It's time for some solos. That means you get to sing part of the song all by yourself. 3 solos. First one coming up now. Oh, we'll all have chicken and dumplings when she comes. Yum, yum. Take it.
We'll all have chicken and dumplings when she comes. Yum, yum.
Keep going. We'll all have chicken and dumplings. We'll all have chicken and dumplings. Yes, we'll all have chicken and dumplings. Take it.
Yum, yum. Hi, babe. Whoa, back. Toot, toot.
One elephant went up to play upon a spider's web one day. She had such enormous fun that she called for another elephant to come. I think lots of people know this song, especially the Sharon, Lois, and Bram graduates. How about we start and then we get to sing, we get to listen while you sing it. Are you ready? It's coming up right now. I'm sorry, Bram, I gotta get it.
One elephant went up
On a spider's web.
upon a spider.
She had such.
She had such enormous fun
That she
that she
called.
called for another elephant to come.
Okay, the next verse is in French. Deux éléphants. Can you say that? Deux éléphants? Okay. Join trunks together.
You can go in front, it's okay, you go in front. Now everybody facing that way, put your hand out in front of you. One hand. Grown-ups, learn this, it's a good adult party game. Take that arm which you think is your trunk, it is not, put it between your legs, it's your tail. Oh, this isn't gonna work for me. You have to get behind me, because I only have one hand I can use. Okay, one hand is your tail. And boys and girls, can you do that and find in front of you someone who has a tail and you can grab their trunk. I see the kids here seem to be doing okay. Grown up, memorize this. Let's all sing about 3 elephants. It's coming up right now. Here we go. Good.
3 elephants went up to play upon a spider's web.
Just the grown-ups.
They had such enormous fun that they called for another elephant to come.
You crush them, you crush them, you crush them, crush them, crush them. Then you spread them, you spread them, you spread them, spread them, spread them.
Peanut, peanut butter, jelly. Peanut, peanut butter, jelly. Peanut, peanut butter, jelly. Peanut, peanut butter, jelly.
Next you pick the berries and you pick them, you pick them, you pick them, pick them, pick them. And then you
Crush them, you crush them, you crush them, crush them, crush them. Then you spread them, you spread them, you spread them, spread them, spread them.
Peanut, peanut butter, jelly. Peanut, peanut butter, jelly. Peanut, peanut butter, jelly. Peanut, peanut butter, jelly.
Next you bite the sandwich and you bite it, you bite it, you bite it, bite it, bite it.
then you munch it, you munch it.
Walked and he bumped his head.
So,
Mama called the doctor.
what did she say?
No more monkeys jumping on the bed.
No little monkeys jumping on the bed. None fell off and bumped their heads. So Mama called the doctor. The doctor said,
Put those monkeys straight to bed.
Ting-a-lay-o,
Run, my little donkey, run. Ting-a-lay-o. Run, my little donkey.
I can you sing it?
Ting-a-lay-o. Run, my little donkey,
Upstairs too.
Ting-a-lay-o. Run, my little donkey, run.
Me donkey eat, me donkey hop, me donkey sleep in a bed of straw. Sing donkey eat, donkey hop, donkey sleep in a bed of straw.
Ting-a-lay-o. Run, my little donkey, run. Ting-a-lay-o. Run, my little donkey, run.
Those were some of those songs. And then they sang a new song that I hadn't heard before, and it apparently came out on an album they put out earlier this year. And it was a song written by Sharon's husband, who has passed away. And it was a beautiful song. It's called, I think it's called Think About Peace or Talk About Peace. And they got some of Sharon's family to come out. And she was singing with her grandson, who's like a teenager. It was crazy. She had like all these different family members. They had some kids that sang on the record with them. I think they maybe had like a couple of kids that used to be on the Elephant Show or something like that. Anyways, they had a whole bunch of people come up and sing this song with them. And I was moved to tears with this song. And I did film the entire song, so I will play that for you guys.
There's a whole lot of people in this old world living on nothing but hate.
If things don't change around pretty soon, it's gonna be too late.
They're building guns and tanks and bombs and planes, and I don't know what all.
You better listen to the people
when they talk about peace. Hear the children when they call. They
talk about love, talk about peace,
talk about a world full of happiness.
talk about love your neighbor as yourself.
yourself. Talk about friendliness. Talk about do unto others as you would have others do unto you. And with thoughts like that running through your head, there's nothing good that you can do.
Well, they've got enough equipment to destroy the world and everything that's in it.
The way I got it figured, gonna take a little while, about 25 or 30 minutes.
Seems funny to me
But when you talk about peace, well,
you might be suspected of crime, and that the people trying hardest to save the world have lived here the shortest time.
they
Talk about love,
talk about peace, talk about a world full of happiness.
talk about love your neighbor as yourself.
Talk about friendliness.
Talk about
Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. And with thoughts like that running through your head, there's nothing good that you can't do. Well, there's civil war and conflict around the world, north, south, east, and west.
wherever they live have to learn that another way is best.
You see, the golden rule is as good right now as it was so many years ago.
You gotta give love to get love.
Enjoy watching the children grow. They
Talk about love, talk about peace, talk about a world full of happiness. Talk about love your neighbor as yourself. Talk about friendliness. Talk about do unto others as you would have others do unto you. And with thoughts like that running through your head, there's nothing good that you can't do. It's off now, nothing good that you can't do. One last time, nothing good that you can't do. And that's all.
So yes, that was a beautiful song, and it really made me tear up. And in fact, I was like very emotional. Like I was not expecting it, but like when the show officially started and they officially introduced Sharon and Bram and brought them out, I teared up. And there was a lady behind me who's probably about my age. Like I think there was a lot of adults there around my age that either just came by themselves like I did, or they came with their children. And there was a lady behind me with her baby, and she's like, there's Bram and there's Sharon. And then I could hear her voice start cracking, and she was tearing up, and she's like, and mommy's gonna lose it. And it was funny because like when they were telling people, when the show starts, like they were going to have the children all sit in the front on the floor on some carpets they put out so that they could see, and then adults to stand in the back. And this dad was like, that's not fair. I've known them longer, which was really funny. But it was just, I don't know, it was an experience like no other for me because it was such an intimate setting for a show, which I think made it more personal and more emotional for me. And then also, like, for me, whenever I go to concerts, it doesn't matter whether it's a concert in a huge stadium or an arena or a smaller theater, or like this one at Indigo where it's just like, you know, in a store. Every time I go to a concert, I always take a moment to look around at the crowd that's there and enjoying the show, because I always get emotional. It doesn't matter what show I'm at, because I don't know, like the world today has so much crap going on in it. And whenever I'm at a show and I'm looking around and I'm seeing everyone together, everyone is singing along, having fun, and it's just like a beautiful moment that like everyone is just enjoying themselves and they're there together. And like, even if you're not like, even if you didn't come to the show with the person sitting beside you, you kind of like feel like you're there together. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I always look around, and especially my favorite part of a show is when every single person is singing along to the song together. I think it's like the most beautiful sound in the world. It doesn't matter if people can sing or can't sing. Like, I just love hearing everyone sing together. And this is what happened at the show. It was like all ages at the show. There was senior citizens, there was adults, there was children, there were families. I mean, everyone came together, and all of us, no matter what age we were, no matter whether we came with children or not, we were all singing the songs. We were all doing the actions to the songs. And I just looked around, like, because there was people on the upper level watching down below, and then all the people down, like, there was a lot of people. It ended up filling up pretty good, and everyone was just smiling and happy, and it just reminded you of, like, the simpler times, like. And it was very nostalgic, I think, for a lot of people. There was a lot of people that were getting emotional because it was just very nostalgic. Like, these are songs from our childhood, and it was great. And then we found out that this is actually their final live performance. They are retiring, and I had no idea about that until they announced it at the show. So I was, like, even more emotional because I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm actually getting to see their final performance. And of course they ended the show with singing Skinamarink, and oh boy, did I start to tear up a lot with that. And then what really got me is Sharon, actually, during the very final part of the song, because they did the extended version, like all the new lyrics that are in the book. Sharon started to tear up herself, and she actually had to stop singing. She couldn't sing the song, and she basically just said, "It's your turn, guys, to sing." And you could just see, like, she was trying to compose herself. Like, I think, you know, in her mind, it's like, this is our final performance and everyone's here. Like, it was just, oh, I don't want to get emotional, but it was just so beautiful. And I did get that moment on film, so I'm going to show that to you guys.
Song. But don't worry, everything that you know is still there. We've just added some extra stuff to it.
Does everyone know it starts with a wave with practice? Wave with one hand, wave with the other. Show I love you. I to your I love you. You know all the parts. That's good. Okay. Is everybody here who's supposed to be here? Here's a little ditty that we all know and sing. We share it with our families and let our voices ring.
It also has some actions, they're really fun to do.
And now we'd like to sing this special song with all of you. Skinamarink, do it! Skinamarink, do. I love you. Sun. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening underneath the moon. Skinamarink, dinky dink, skinamarink, do. I love you. Skinamarink, dinky dink, skinamarink.
that was incredible. I absolutely loved every moment of it. I fully enjoyed it, and I just left feeling so uplifted. Like I just had the biggest smile on my face for the rest of the day. But I was like also super emotional, like, but in a good way. Like it was, I don't know, it was really a wonderful experience. And then of course I did get to do the book signing. And so they actually had someone come around ahead of time just to try and make things move quickly. And they basically asked you what you would like the book personalized with, and then they would write it on a sticky note and stick it on the page so that Sharon and Bram could just, copy it down. So for mine, I just put like my name, just to Crystal. And then the other one, I put like a little message for the shower gift. But oh, like I could not believe it when I got up there to meet them. It was so surreal. Like it was so crazy. And thankfully I didn't cry when I got up there, but I just told them like how much I love their music, how I've been listening to them since I was young, and that now I share their music with the kids that I nanny. And Sharon told me that they've actually met a lot of nannies over the years from different countries. And some of the ones that have come from other countries to Canada to nanny have actually learned English by listening to their albums. And I thought that was so cool to hear. And Bram was just like, thank you so much and keep sharing. And oh, and also when he saw my name, he was like, wow, that is an unusual spelling for Crystal. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, whose idea was that? And I'm like, my mom's. And he's like, oh, it's your name. And I'm like, yes. And then I wanted to tell them where my mom got the name from, but no joke, my mind went totally blank because I was so starstruck. I could not remember at all. And then it was like, once I walked away and left, I was like, Crystal Carrington from Dynasty, like, hello. But I could not remember it at all. So I just kind of like chuckled at it. And then, yeah, so it was just nice. I got to chat with them a little bit. And then it was beautiful too that they were letting people take pictures. I did not expect that. I thought it was just going to be, they just wanted to get through people and they were just going to do the signing, but they allowed you to take a picture with them. They actually had an employee from Indigo there. And you could just hand them your phone and they would take pictures. So they took pictures of me at the table as they were signing the books, and then they took a picture of us together. So I'll show you those pictures. So yes, that was like the highlight of my weekend. I absolutely love it, or loved it, I should say. And then after that, I went down to the Eaton Center and did a little bit more Christmas shopping, and then came home. So that's what's been happening with me. It's been super busy, but I hope you enjoyed seeing all the videos, and I gotta get going now because I'm filming this now. This part of the video I'm filming the next day. I didn't get to finish it last night, so I'm finishing it this morning, and now I have to get ready to leave for work. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and hopefully I can get another video done soon, but I don't know, like it's been really, really busy, and even this weekend is going to be busy as well. So I don't know when the next video will be, but thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.